Car repairs, auto mechanics, buying used cars and new ones, all sources of frustration for many a motorist, and the source for a four-part special report from consumer reporter Randy Ripplinger. Boy, can I hardly wait for this one. I'm one of those frustrated motorists.
Oh, really? Well, you know, this information really is for anybody, all the stuff we've gathered. I kind of figured you probably fixed your own car.
Some days I think I would do better.
And I know what you mean. For the last few weeks during our investigation, we've found a lot of consumer complaints, and we've had our own auto repair estimates done and researched the law on auto repairs. First of all, we learned that there are some mechanics out there who are very good and some that aren't. What is your general impression of auto mechanics and how they treat you?
I think they treat me fine. I mean, I've never had a problem with them.
I feel secure, actually, because I like my mechanic.
Fortunately, I've had good experience.
I'd just say fair.
Good and bad. I've had both.
I think they're fair, but they're expensive.
On a scale of 1 to 10, about a 2.
Because you can't really trust them.
I would feel that most of them can't trust them.
Well, because they try to take advantage of you not knowing, as a woman, what is going on.
If I don't know them, I don't trust them.
A slight majority of the people in our non-scientific street corner poll distrusted mechanics. Women were more skeptical than men. Maybe that's due to experiences like the one Jana Morrison had with her 1971 Opel. As old cars do, one day it overheated and stopped working. She had it towed to Braley & Graham, a Buick dealership on Canyon Road. The repair order there notes that the car overheated and lost all the oil. The mechanic recommended a valve grind, a new water pump, repairing the radiator, a tune-up, and a new fuel pump. Total cost, $571.25. Mrs. Morrison said the shop discouraged her from having a friend look at the car, but the friend, Bud Fox, picked up the car anyway.
It was full of oil when I got there, and she hasn't had any oil since. The water pump was leaking. It ran all right.
So Bud spent $20 on a new water pump.
I put the water pump on and drove it back out to where we live in Estacada. Run good, still full of water.
For a 14-year-old car, a $20 repair seemed more reasonable than $571. The Braley & Graham service manager wouldn't be interviewed, but he maintains the repairs recommended were needed. In any case, most mechanics agree it isn't a good idea to have major repairs done based on only one estimate.
But I think it's a very wise idea for a customer, especially if he's trading with a repair shop that he's only been at the one time, to go ask a second opinion.
Ah, the second opinion. So easily spoken and so hardly done. Ask this 10-year-old Dodge Colt. It went through 6 second opinions. We started with a couple of mechanics who knew we were watching their checkup. We told all of them of the same engine and wheel problems.
The points themselves look good as far as not being burned or anything, so I would reset them, just adjust the dwell angle on them and check the timing.
The car also has the habit of flashing its oil light. Steve said replacing a cheap part should fix that. Just replace the sender unit.
Sometimes. It's worth a try because you're looking at $10 or less.
Now for the good one. The left front wheel squeaks loudly when I turn right. Steve took a test ride. The solution he suggests, adjust the hubcap. It's probably just bent a little. Independently, the second shop we took the car to came up with the same solutions for each symptom. They figure about $40 worth of repairs should do it. Then we went out for several more second opinions. This time, all were done undercover by our researcher. The new estimates were staggering. The cheapest estimate was $257, which included a major tune-up and buying a new wheel. The most expensive, $1,600, where we were told nothing would cure the problems except rebuilding the engine. The average estimate was $731. The second opinions recommended these other cures as well. A complete brake job, replacing the oil pump, replacing the wheel bearings, replacing the starter, rebuilding the carburetor, replacing the head, and replacing the choke unit. All a far cry from our first $40 estimate. So who's telling the truth? Harold Coe says it's usually the guy who reports the fewest things wrong with your car.
You would know that that man is telling you the truth. Otherwise, he's passing up a possible sale. So that means the first man had to be lying.
Incidentally, we took the $40 repair, and now the car runs fine. So tomorrow we're going to show you what happens when you buy a lemon of a car and how you can try and turn that lemon into a peach.
We were all just screaming at those estimates. I can't believe it's $1,600.
It's tough to even get a good estimate, we found.
Oh, rather enlightening, but I want you to tell me how to pick out a good mechanic one of these days, too.
We'll get to that, we promise.
Thanks, Randy.